to Velasco Sports. I'm Justin Velasco.
Yeah, we hit the field, uniform on tight. White Sox, baby, ready for the fight. From the south side, we represent our pride. Every swing, every pitch, we're riding the tide. Let's raise our flags, let the stands explode. White Sox, baby, we live for the game. Through the highs and lows, we'll never feel shame. We're family strong, united in this fight. Cheering loud, we're shining so bright.
Opening day is on March 27, 2025. The Chicago White Sox have a lot of decisions to make. Jerry Reinsdorf is looking to sell in the meantime. How much does Ishbia want to really stay in Chicago? Well, giving up his potential ownership in the Twins to stay with Chicago and buying out all the minorities shares of the minority owners tells a lot, and Jerry Reinsdorf could pass the keys to Ishbia in the next few years. Could Ishbia be a big reason that the White Sox could get this new stadium done before it's too late and they end up in shambles when it comes to negotiations with the city? What will the Ishbias bring to Chicago? The White Sox need a big change in the ownership, and hopefully the Ishbias can be the ones that bring White Sox fans back to the seats with a smile on their face. Will Venable turn the White Sox around faster than expected? It's a big, tall task to ask for as the White Sox finished the season in 2024 with 121 losses. The White Sox are looking to make big steps forwards in the rebuild. They traded away Garrett Crochet to the Boston Red Sox for a package of 4 that included Brian Montgomery, Chase Maydroff, Kyle Teal, and Wickelman Gonzalez. The White Sox have a lot of decisions to make on their starting rotation. Will it be Cannon? Will it be Martin Perez, or will it be Davis Martin? They all are looking to be great, significant options in the White Sox rotation in 2025. The pitching of things are looking significant under the Bannister lab. The White Sox are looking to move forward from the 121 loss season in 2024. More on the Chicago White Sox next. I'm Justin Velasco. This is Velasco Sports. The Chicago Bears have made significant moves. The Bears have signed Drew Dolman to a 3-year, $42 million deal. Juma is a center that the Bears desperately need. The Bears also signed Dayo Odingbo, a defensive end, to a 3-year, $48 million contract. $32 million is guaranteed. They didn't stop there. They also brought in defensive tackle Grady Jarrett on a 3-year, $43.5 million deal with $28 million guaranteed. And the Bears aren't done yet, as they have traded for Joe Thuney to the Kansas City Chiefs for a 2026 4th-round pick. Do you think they stopped there? No, the Bears did not stop there. They brought in guard Genoa Jackson from the Rams for a 2026 6th-round pick. The Bears are absolutely doing what Bear fans wanted them to do for so long. They're now building around Caleb Williams, and it's exciting to be a Bears fan again. It's been like doomsday, seeing our quarterbacks get sacked each and every play. I just wish the Bears would score more than 14 points a game. It was absolutely exciting to see them a little bit this year, but they just need a step forward. And I believe bringing in a whole new head coach, Ben Johnson from the Detroit Lions, is a significant upgrade over Matt Eberflus. The Bears are absolutely destroying this offseason. I believe they're in the A range if they were about to get graded. A lot of people are happy, and I hope they just keep on making moves. Hopefully the Bears can get on top of the NFC North, as most teams in the NFC North are starting to falter a little bit. I think the Lions and possibly the Vikings are the biggest competitions rather than the Packers. I love the Bears so much. I just hope that they can get into the playoffs this year, and it looks like with the moves that they have made, they can make a significant move in the division. May not be their contending year, it might be kind of like what the White Sox are doing to see where their holes are, and then they fill them in next off season. But I believe football is way different than a rebuilding season than baseball is. So the Bears could definitely jump on the top of this division. I don't think they'll see their full potential with this group for another year or two, though. It's so happy to see the Bears make some significant moves to improve this roster. Caleb Williams will get an extension, so will DJ Moore. It's gonna be exciting to see more protection for those guys. It looks like they might be getting a new punt returner. We'll see. Oh yeah, and the Bears are close to getting a deal in Arlington. Arlington Park would be pretty cool. I think it'll be easier for fans to access. It might not be in the city. Just wondering if they'll be able to keep the name Chicago Bears, the iconic name, even though they're moving a little bit outside, but they're still in the state of Illinois, and there's a lot of teams, like in baseball, for instance, the Tampa Bay Rays aren't really in Tampa, they're in St. Pete, but they keep the name Tampa, which Tampa is also looking for help with their stadium situation. I believe the Bears are in a great spot. Hopefully Ben Johnson can help them put a peps in their step and we become the monsters of the Midway again. We're gonna move on to the Chicago White Sox. Colson Montgomery will be sent down to AAA to get some more work in. He battled a lot of back problems early on through the spring training, missing a couple games. It looks like he's gonna work in the minors a little bit longer and possibly get better and then come up probably around May or June. It's actually kind of smart to avoid him getting injured in the April weather when you don't really have to, and you definitely don't want to just stump his development too early, so it was a good move. Chase Meadroff can have a significant shot at the White Sox shortstop position, but I believe when Colson Montgomery comes up, Meadroff is going to move over to second base, and Montgomery is going to handle shortstop. People compare Colson Montgomery to Corey Seager. It would be really, really awesome to see that happen. Miguel Vargas is off to a hot spring. Hopefully he can carry that into the season, because if he does, that can turn everything around, especially if Robert's healthy and the White Sox keep him. The White Sox offense could definitely look a lot different. There's some decisions to make with Josh Rojas. make the roster as a starting second baseman or a shortstop until Montgomery's ready and then move into the bench role, utility role. Mike Tauchman, is he going to take over right field? Where's Joey Gallo gonna be? Is Andrew Vaughn gonna come back with a hot year so he can get some of these people off his back? He had so much upside. Hopefully Andrew can come back strong. But the White Sox need to come back strong. I don't think they're gonna lose 100+ games this year. I think they could win between the 60 and 75 mark. Hopefully that they can just change the page this year and Venable can be a significant upgrade, especially over Grifol, because Grifol did cost a lot of games with decisions that he made. And I believe the media is gonna hold the White Sox to 2024 until they prove it here in 2025. We're gonna keep hearing about the 121 loss season. It sucks, but we did it to ourselves. Just hopefully we can have that season where we can move that season in the past and not talk about it anymore. Hopefully this rebuild works so fans can be happy again, get out to the park, and we can be happy White Sox fans again. Check out the 108 tourney. It looks like that is taking off right now on X. It looks like Beef Loaf has that all under control, so go over there and check Beef Loaf out. The Chicago White Sox also have some decisions to make for the rotation. It'll be Jonathan Cannon or Martin Perez taking over on opening day. The White Sox have a lot of decisions to make on the starting rotation. I'm wondering if Davis Martin, who has learned a kick change this offseason, is going to be the White Sox starting pitcher on opening day on March 27th, 2025. You could also go to Martin Perez, the veteran the White Sox have picked up and also pitched with Venable as one of the bench coaches on the Texas Rangers under Bruce Bochy. So the White Sox have some options for opening day, and it's amazing. Let's jump over to Chase Meadra, who is a high on base percentage guy that we acquired in the Garrett Crochet trade to Boston that brought back Braden Montgomery, Wickelman, Chase Meadra, and Kyle Teal to booster the White Sox offensive side of things in their farm system. They were top heavy in pitching, and they finally are starting to upgrade on the position side of things. The White Sox now have abundance of catchers, and they have a lot of decisions to make before opening day. I'm wondering if Kyle Teal will make the roster, or if he will go down to Charlotte and come up a little bit later. Will Eder Caro have a chance to make the White Sox roster later on in 2025? What is up? Will Corey Lee be the starting catcher on opening day? There's a lot of decisions to make in the rotation, second base, shortstop, and behind the plate. Will Mike Tauchman be the White Sox opening day right fielder, or could there be a guy in the minors that makes a jump? With Andrew Benintendi going down, who will be the White Sox starting left fielder? There's a lot of decisions the White Sox have to make before March 27th. But this year is about a development year to see where we need to fill holes. So The White Sox need to be cautious and they need to make the right decision so they don't tamper their future with making a decision too quickly. But it would be really nice to see someone with a hell of an arm start on opening day. This will be my 14th opening day. It would be number 15 if we didn't have the cancellation of the 2020 shortened COVID season. Chicago White Sox future is looking bright. This year might not be amazing with the record wise, but there should be a significant jump and there's a lot of talent on the way to the south side. Let's just see which prospects pan out this year and what holes we need to fill in. In 2026, there's a whole loaded free agent class, and the White Sox are in the middle of selling the team. Justin Ishbia bought out the minority shares of the White Sox and is looking to groom his way into the chairman position once Jerry lets go of the gas. Will Jerry let go of the gas soon before the 2026 free agent class hits? That would be nice because Ishbia is willing to spend. The Chicago White Sox make a big move for their outfield depth. Andrew Benintendi went down and they have signed Travis Jankowski. Travis Jankowski made a big catch against Andrew Vaughn. Check out this video. He absolutely robbed him. That was incredible. And hopefully he can bring that to the Chicago White Sox because the White Sox really need it. It could be the White Sox best defensive team they've had in a long time. The Chicago White Sox have a lot of problems on defense and outfield the last 4 or 5 years. Hopefully this can be a turnaround under Will Venable. That's what the White Sox need, and I'm hoping this is a big turnaround and this rebuild actually works. Andrew Benintendi goes down with a broken wrist after getting hit in the wrist earlier in the spring. It's also been a problem forever. Here is that catch once again. I just hope he can bring that to the rate this year. They also removed guaranteed from the stadium. Now it's just rate field. The White Sox also have some stadium stuff coming up. But Jankowski is a good pickup. He also played with Will Venable being his bench coach in Texas, which is also a good connection to have. Welcome to the White Sox, Travis Jankowski. So who will start at second base for the Chicago White Sox? I think it'll be Chase Mydroth, but with Coulson going down, he could possibly start off the season at shortstop too. Chase Mydroth is really good at walking to strikeout ratio. Last year in the minors in Worcester, he had 105 to 71 strikeout rate. That's almost 60% to 40. It's around just above 59%. And that's incredible. That's almost amazing. And I think that's a great leadoff hitter or a guy that can bat second. If you can get 2 on base percentage guys and guys that can get high averages above Luis Robert, Luis Robert could have 100 RBI season if he stays with the White Sox, and guys constantly get on ahead of him in the lineup. Hopefully Robert can come back to his 38 home run season and possibly set his own personal records this year. It would be nice if the Ishbias could take over the Chicago White Sox sooner than later and just extend Robert, then this rebuild will be off to a start way faster than everybody expects Robert to get traded. I hope he stays. I met him at Sox Fest, along with a lot of the other prospects from the rebuild and prospects in this rebuild. There's a lot of cool people that I met, so it kind of hits me. Reading Twitter all the time. I understand people are frustrated just when you meet someone, you kind of like, you got like a heart, and it's sad to see the last rebuild didn't work out. Hopefully everybody comes out strong and makes the White Sox Twitter community happy again. I'm on the side of the White Sox. I like this rebuild. I think that this time it's actually going to work. I think we just didn't finish the deal last time. We brought up the pieces, but we kept on sending them down. We didn't let them develop, and we didn't sign players around them. We just signed patch players instead of signing significant players around the prospects. And I believe Chris Getz is going to go in with a very, very low payroll next year that can be around 60, 70 million, maybe even lower if players drop off, with a loaded free agent class with a lot of room and nowhere near being near the luxury tax, which is a good thing. So he could almost spend 100 million, be at 160, $170 million payroll and still have room to spend in the next off season around the prospects. This year is to see which prospects and which spots pan out and you sign the free agents around them. Next year, I believe we bring in some significant players out of that free agent class, along with more developed prospects that we currently have. In 2027, I believe that's when we begin lighting it up in the league. 2026, I believe we might be able to get into like the wild card spot. This year's gonna be rough, but let's sit back, relax, see how things pan out. Maybe they surprise us, because the AL Central, even though teams got better, we're all kind of rebuilding in a way. No, I would say it's between the Kansas City Royals and the Detroit Tigers this year, because I believe the younger players are going to come through in the league, especially with the new rules. The younger players are going to be more adapt, and I believe the league is just going to get younger. And I believe the teams that are in the middle of the rebuild now might have a head start on teams that are going to have to rebuild in the future. But I believe Kansas City might have the leg up this year. Alex Bregman was a great deal for Boston. Hopefully he lights it up there. I think he will stay through at least 2 of the 3 years of his contract, because $40 million a year if he opts back in is a lot of money, and it's going to be hard to find that before the CBA. The CBA is going to be crazy, possibly one of the biggest lockouts, and it could be a year-long lockout. I would hope that they can come to an agreement, but I believe there's also going to be different owners, so it might even look better. But right now, it's looking nasty due to big, significant differences. I also think some owners that are spending are not liking what the owners that aren't spending are doing, and the little markets are now being forced to spend the money that they get from the bigger market teams in the luxury tax. I believe they should either get rid of the luxury tax or they should higher it significantly, and I think there needs to be a floor. As we move farther, I think minor leaguers should make a little bit more money, hopefully. I hate that they took away a lot of the minor leagues away and decreased it significantly. Hopefully they can do something so we can get more teams in the minor leagues. I think we should bring that back, and I think we should increase the draft picks. They cut that significantly too, and it's not even fair to a lot of young players that are trying to get in the league. Also, I believe it would help with depth if they just increased rosters. Increasing rosters, I think, to like 32 or 34 would be good to add a couple more pitchers and add more players to the bench. Plus, it would make it so you don't have to like cut a player if a player gets hurt. Or if you want to make a deal, you can add to your team instead of having to cut someone that you want to keep. Just add them to your 40-man. I believe that should all get figured out. Hopefully, MLB comes into an agreement so that everybody gets the fair share of the revenue. There's a lot of TV deals that are gone wrong right now. Hopefully they get settled. The Dodgers have like the biggest TV deal. People are mad about all their signings, but the Dodgers just like to have the money, and I bet if every other team had that, they would probably spend that too if they were a team first owner. Hopefully the Ishbia brothers come to agreement with Reinsdorf to buy them out before the 2026 free agency hits and before the CBA. Because I believe if Ishbias are big spenders and they represent the White Sox in the CBA, it could be way different than how the White Sox represented the CBA in the past. Because the White Sox are more for not spending as much money and more for the luxury tax, as Jerry had a big thing in the lockout down in 1994 that could have costed the White Sox the World Series back then. I'm Justin Velasco, and I'm saying so long from Velasco Sports.
Yeah, we hit the field, uniform on tight. White Sox, baby, ready for the fight. From the south side, we represent our pride. Every swing, every pitch, we're riding the tide. Let's raise our flags, let the stands explode. White Sox, baby, we live for the game. Through the highs and